Peace, family. I want to start with a story that I just seen that just aired today, that happened today of a 20-year-old sister who was killed by her 14-year-old brother, and he was shot by his 15-year-old brother over who got the most Christmas gifts. Sad story, family. But if you're new to the channel, if you like the content, which this really isn't something to be liked, but we get this information out there. Condolences to the family. Hit that like button. If you're a returner, as I always say, I appreciate y'all. So without holding y'all, we're going to jump straight into it. Peace and love, family.
On behalf of Akuno Sankofa Bay, you know what I'm saying? Jay, where you at? We're trying to help our people elevate. Hope. H-O-P-E. We're giving them hope. We doing what we got to do, you know? Every day, one step at a time, man. We're going to make it happen. Helping our people elevate. Yeah. Sometimes I practice focus, thought, and meditate. I'm trying to come with other ways to help our people elevate and seeking knowledge, make me levitate. The lifted mental state is what results from how we orchestrate. This for the family's sake. Let's self-reflect and self-evaluate. And every day, make sure the steps you take, you calculate. Receive a master's fate. I know I can't exist without the hate, but that's okay. I balance that with higher self today. Success is on this way, and after that, my flesh can pass away.
The victim in the homicide is Abrielle Baldwin, a 23-year-old black female. Her date of birth is May 5th of 2000. She went by the name of Bree and was a mom to two boys, a 6-year-old and an 11-month-old. The first person that was arrested is DeMarcus Coley. He's a 14-year-old black male. Date of birth is May 2nd, 2009. And he's been charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and being a delinquent in possession of a firearm. The second is Darkus Coley. He's a 15-year-old black male. Date of birth is January 31st, 2008. And his charges are attempted first-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence. Abrielle told DeMarcus, quote, "You all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas." DeMarcus then moved toward Abrielle and shot her in the chest with a .40 caliber semi-automatic handgun, again, while she's carrying the baby. Abrielle fell to the ground, so did the baby. The baby wasn't hurt because the baby was in a carrier. Unfortunately, Abrielle Baldwin was transported to Largo Medical Center Hospital here in Largo with a single gunshot wound to her chest, and she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Basically, the round went in through her left arm into her chest area, went across, went into both lungs, all kinds of internal bleeding. She bled out and it popped both lungs. She couldn't breathe. DeMarcus was transported to a hospital where he underwent surgery. He's in custody, remains in the hospital, is in stable condition, and upon release, he'll be transferred to the custody of the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. The Pinellas Pasco State Attorney's Office is going to review the case and decide whether to charge DeMarcus as an adult with the first-degree murder of his sister. Darkus, again, the 15-year-old, made self-harm statements after we picked him up at the location where he was in Clearwater, and he is right now in a secure mental health facility, and he'll be charged with attempted first-degree murder and tampering with evidence and transported to the Pinellas Juvenile Assessment Center upon his release from the mental health facility.
Christmas Eve argument between teen brothers over who was getting more gifts ended up in tragedy in Florida. A 14-year-old boy shot and killed his sister, who tried to defuse the fight, and then was shot by his older brother, the local sheriff said. The brothers, a year apart in age, were Christmas shopping on Sunday with their mother and their sister, Abrielle Baldwin, 23, and her two sons when the argument broke out. They had this family spat over who was getting what and how much money was being spent on who. Pinellas Sheriff County Bob Gualtieri told a news conference Tuesday. The argument continued as the family made their way from the store to their grandma's house in Largo, Florida. The brothers were each in possession of a gun, the sheriff said. They get to their grandma's house, and the 14-year-old takes out his gun and tells them he's going to shoot him in the head, the sheriff said. The older brother said he didn't want to fight and asked his younger sibling to get out of the house. He added, their uncle and sister, Baldwin, attempted to turn the situation around. You all need to leave that stuff alone. It's Christmas, Baldwin told them while standing outside the property, according to Gualtieri. The 14-year-old, after allegedly threatening to shoot his sister and her baby, is accused of shooting Baldwin in the chest while she was holding her son in a carrier at 1:45 p.m. She fell to the ground and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Her baby was not injured. Seconds after the shooting, the 15-year-old brother came outside holding his own handgun and shot his younger brother in the stomach, Goller said. The 14-year-old was unarmed when his brother shot him, he said, and is in custody in stable condition at the hospital. The 15-year-old then fled, tossing the weapon into the yard nearby, Gualtieri said. He was later taken into custody at a relative's house. Gualtieri said that both teams were arrested and that only one of the two weapons were recovered at the scene, expressing concern that the missing gun would eventually be picked up and used in another crime. Audio of the incident was captured on the neighbor's camera, Gualtieri said. The problem is we got way too many kids out there with too many guns, Gualtieri said, adding that he hoped gun laws would change. We need to get serious or we need to get tough. He said prosecutors are reviewing the case and will decide whether to charge the 14-year-old as an adult with first-degree murder. The 15-year-old will be charged with attempted first-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence, he added. He is being held in a mental health facility after making statements about harming himself, Gualtieri said. Before the 14-year-old posed on Snapchat with the weapon he used to kill his sister, Gualtieri said, adding that people who knew the brothers told police that the teens carried guns all the time. Gualtieri said that obtaining a gun is really easy and that people are either buying stolen ones, cheap on the street, or taking them from unlocked vehicles. Earlier this year, he said both brothers were arrested for numerous car burglaries in the area. Now, I want to give my condolences to this family. What happened shouldn't have happened. And just leave a RIP for this family in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one.